Hello everyone, myself Pranjali Raftade and I am going to explain data placement, in which first is introduction, then data placement overview, then data placement subsystem and data placement scheduler. In introduction, the data placement it encompasses all data movements related activities such as transfer, staging, replication, space allocation, deallocation, registering and unregistering metadata, locating and retrieving data. Then factors in data placement: decisions, locality of reference, reliability of data, availability of data. If a site is down, rest of database is still available. Then data placement overview. Safe store replicates and rebalance data object across a Redis cluster dynamically with many different users storing object in different pools for different purpose on countless OSDS. Safe operation requires some data placement planning. The main data placement planning concept in SAFe includes pool placement groups and crush maps. Then in pools, SAFe store data within pools, which are logical group for storing object. Pool manage the number of placement group, the number of replicas and the rule set for the pool. To store data in pool, you must have an authentication user with permission for the pool. SAFe can snapshot pools, see pools for additional placement group. SAFe map objects to placement group PGCs. Placement group PGS are shared or fragment of a logical object pool that place object as a group into OSDS. Placement groups reduce the amount of per object metadata when SAFe store the data in OSDS. Then crush maps. Crush is a big part of what allows SAFe to scale without performance bottlenecks, without limitations to scalability, and without a single point of failure. Crush maps provide the physical topology of the cluster to the crush algorithm to determine where the data for an object and its replica should be stored, and how to do so across failure domains for added data safely, among other things. Then data placement subsystem. In data placement subsystem, most of the data intensive application in distributed computing system require moving the input data for the job from a remote site to the execution site, executing the job, and then moving the output data from execution site to the same or another remote site. If the application does not want to take any risk of running out of space at the execution site, it should also allocate space before transferring the input data there and release the space after it moves out the output data from there. All of these computational and data placement steps are real jobs and represent them as a node in directed acyclic graph, that is DAG. Then it is a data of separating data placement from computation. In this diagram, allocation space for input and output data is provided, then it convert into stage and then execute the job that release input space and then stage out, then release output space. Then in this component of the data placement subsystem, the data placement is occur. Then data placement scheduler. The scheduler implements techniques specific to queuing, scheduling and optimization of data placement jobs and provide a level of abstraction between the user application and the underlying data transfer storage resources. Data placement jobs type. These are the 7 data placement job type in which it allocate transfer. This job type is This job type is transferring a complete or a partial from one physical location to another one. This can include a get or put operation or a third party transfer. Then allocation. This job type is used for allocating storage space as the destination site, allocating network bandwidth, or establishing a light path on the route from source to destination. Then release. This job type is used for releasing the corresponding resource which is allocating before. Then remove. This job is used for physically removing a lay from a remote or local storage server type or disk. Then locate. It gives a logical lay name. And then register. This is used to register the lay name to a metadata catalog services. Then unregister. This job is unregister a lay from a metadata catalog service. The reason that we categorize the data placement jobs into direct types is that all of those types can have direct priorities and directed optimization mechanism. Thank you.